want to give you more information on that Israeli mission to Turkey. I'm joined by Chaim Rafalowski, Disaster Management Coordinator at Magen David Adom. We are hearing that the Israeli plane is set to take off to Turkey in the coming hours. Israeli aid mission. Chaim, can we hear from you a little bit about what you know about this aid mission? What can we expect?
Good afternoon. There are two efforts which are going in parallel at the moment. One is an Israeli mission that is coordinated by the Prime Minister Office, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the Ministry of Health. What I've been informed by my colleagues is that Israel received a welcome from the Turkish government to assist the affected population in Turkey at the moment. And it's important to remember that no international assistance will be sent unless the receiving country welcomes you. And in the coming hours, there are professional discussions with the colleagues in Turkey to identify the exact needs of such a team. The Turkish government has already requested urban search and rescue, heavy urban search and rescue units through the international platforms, and what we call EMT2 and EMT3, which are field hospitals through the WHO. So Israel will be discussing with the Turkish government those two missions, identify the needs, the possibilities, and will send that. At the same time, Magen David Adom, as a member of the international movement of the Red Cross and Red Crescent societies, is in contact, direct contact with Kizilay, with the Turkish Red Crescent, and with the regional office in Europe, where we are discussing the possible deployment of Red Cross field hospitals, where also personnel from Magen David Adom will be deployed together with our sister Red Cross national societies.
Chaim, I want to speak to you about the medical aspect. Urgency is clearly a key factor here. We're speaking about freezing temperatures and very difficult weather conditions. What are the main challenges for the rescuers right now?
It's a very complex situation. First of all, as you mentioned, the chances of survival of the people who are trapped under the rubble in freezing conditions is much slimmer. Unfortunately, they will go into hypothermia, which is reducing their chances of survival. And we need to remember that the Barbara weather phenomena, which is affecting at the moment Israel, is also affecting that part of the world. So we have a race against time when it comes to the crash injuries and to the freezing conditions for the population. But at the same time, we need to remember that the whole population is affected by those freezing temperatures. So we will have to provide some assistance to the whole population when it comes to shelter and helping them fight these difficult conditions. And we need to remember that people are left homeless, which is a challenge also to the longer-term health of people. And I'm talking about longer term, I'm talking about 72 hours or more. And it's very important to remember that the health and shelter needs are not just in the 72 first hours, but are going on. I would just like to add that we are talking at the moment about Turkey. We need to remember that also Syria has been badly affected. The Syrian authorities are already reporting more than 200 casualties in Syria. So we are having a much broader disaster, which is becoming a regional disaster in a country affected by conflict as Syria is.